Hello and welcome to the 2018 Motorsport Awards. In the next couple of hours, you will hear who has won what award from the tens of thousands of people who have voted, nominated, and participated in the 2018 Motorsport Awards. So what are the Motorsport Awards? Well, it's brand new for 2018. That's probably why you've never heard of us before. And it is entirely independent and owned by Motorsport Media. Hello. And we look to celebrate some of the unsung talent, some of the usual people that usually get nominated, might be reserved for other award shows, because on the Motorsport Awards we take care in looking after some of the nominated people who don't often get nominated, and that's something that you'll hear tonight on the show. So thank you very much to everyone who has been a part of the nominations phase and even the voting phase as well, and we will be announcing the nominations and the award winners with our expert panel of motorsport journalists tonight, who are Liam Hodgins. Hello, Liam. Good evening. He is there. Ed Hucknall is on the show tonight. Hello. Good evening, Ed.
Good evening.
And Connor Jackson as well, who is the Motorsport Radio website editor. Hello, good evening, Connor.
Hello, Lester. How are you doing?
Very well. Yes, we are live right now, and you can don't forget to share us, by the way, and on all of our social media channels, which is the Motorsport Award on Twitter, where I think we're streaming right now as well. Right, so let's cut the waffle, and we've got 37 different categories to get through, and we hope that there'll be some big surprises. Some of the awards tonight were separated by just one vote, amazingly. And we won't necessarily release all the numbers from all the categories, just because we don't want anyone to be disappointed. But we will start tonight's Motorsport Awards with the best trade show / exhibition. And with the Autosport International show coming up, I suppose that's on many people's minds. You might think of other big awards and exhibitions, like Motorcycle Live as well. A lot of people voted for that, but here is the winner of our first category tonight. And let's look at who was nominated. Autosport International, the Manchester Bike Show, Motorcycle Live, Professional Motorsport World Expo, and the Silverstone Classic. And the winner was Autosport International. Best trade show / exhibition. Congratulations, boys and girls, who put that show on every single year, and it's on again in a few weeks' time. Fantastic stuff. Thank you very much to everyone who voted in that category. Autosport International, well done to get the first awards well underway, and the next category will be read out by our other motorsport journalist who joins us intermittently through tonight's show. It is Nat Jarvis.
Good evening.
So yeah, the Motorsport Insurance Company of the Year. To some, it is a bit boring to think of about insurance, but we can't go racing without insurance, can we?
No, it's not something anyone really thinks of relating to motorsport. Of course, everyone has car insurance, everyone has motorbike insurance who rides on the road, but it's not something someone consciously thinks of when coming to motorsport events. But let's look at the nominees. The nominees are for Insurance Company of the Year: Adrian Flux Motorsport Insurance, Carol Nash Insurance, Grove and Dean Motorsport Insurance, Mackenzie Hodgson Insurance, and Rees Motorsport. And the winner is Grove and Dean Motorsport Insurance. Well done to Grove and Dean Motorsport Insurance on winning Insurance Company of the Year.
I'm sure all the guys and girls at the company will be celebrating right now. Thank you very much, Nat Jarvis, back on the Motorsport Awards to change somebody's life, maybe, or another company's destiny. Congratulations, Grove and Dean Motorsport Insurance, winners of the second category in tonight's Motorsport Awards. Hello and good evening if you've just joined us. My name is Lester and we have Liam Hodgins here on the show. Hello, good evening, Liam. We've got
good evening.
Nat Jarvis popping in intermittently through the show to update us on various awards. And we've got Connor Jackson here, the Motorsport Media website editor for Motorsport Radio, and also Ed Hocknell as well, who's also recently joined the Motorsport Media, Motorsport Radio team as well. So we're well underway now, guys, and up next it's the next category, which is the best investment, and this particular category as well, almost nobody else probably would have thought about giving an award for the best investment. And who's reading this next one out?
I guess I'll take that one.
Liam, excellent.
Yes.
So yes, best investment, and just tell us why give an award then for the best investment. I mean, it makes sense in some ways because motorsport is all about investing, isn't it? Liam said yes. I believe the signal to Scotland is probably going to be intermittent. We'll blame the weather on this one, but yeah, as we were saying, best investment. Shall we just get on with it and just read out the categories?
Indeed. The best investment nominees then for this year are the MSV Donington Park refurbishment, the Silverstone Rallycross circuit, Thruxton's Hospitality building, the new TOCA safety truck, and the Wales Rally GP closed road stages. And the winner for this year's best investment goes to Donington Park. Absolutely congratulations to them. It's been a fantastic investment this year.
Definitely has.
Who has seen a real turnaround in their ownership and of their running of the establishment recently. So it's fantastic to see them be awarded tonight.
Yeah, well done to MSV and Donington Park, recognised as the best investment, and now owner of a Motorsport Award. So well done to you guys. And we are well underway right now in the 2018 and first annual Motorsport Awards. My name is Lester. Connor Jackson is here with us, and Liam is probably going to be back with us if his internet connection allows. But Ed Hocknell also here with us as well. And because we are streaming right now live, you can also interact with our program wherever you are tuned into us. So big hello to everyone tuned in all over the world. And next category. And who've we got reading this one out?
That will be Ed, I believe.
Yep, I can go do this.
And what is the next category, Ed?
I believe it should be the Best Race Circuit Award.
A hotly contested a 10-option best race circuit, something that a lot of people want their say in and had their say in. And yeah, best race circuit. This is going to be a bit of a surprise, isn't it, Ed? I think.
Yes, I think it will be.
Right, so let's have a look at the nominees then.
see that. Oh, technical gremlins, why do you do this to me now?
So yeah, it does happen. Even on the BBC Sports Personality of the Year award, they sometimes do get technical gremlins, as Ed says. But yeah, the best race circuit. Let's have a look at the nominees, and it is between Brands Hatch, Cadwell Park, Kings Lynn. Shouldn't have said it like that. Knock Hill, Liddon Hill, and also Mount Panorama in Australia, Alton Park, the world-famous home of British motorsport, Silverstone, Snetterton, and Wilton Mill. And the winner of Best Race Circuit is Kings Lynn. Wow. Kings Lynn in Norfolk, where Connor's from. I can hear people go, Kings Lynn? Shot.
It's hosted some cracking speedway races this season.
Definitely has, and it is a roundly loved oval racing circuit, Kings Lynn, the best race circuit in the 2018 Motorsport Awards. And there you have it. It is official. Kings Lynn, literally, and Connor Jackson did not decide that one, even though it is kind of his local one. But yeah, bit of a surprise. But like most of the awards tonight, they were decided by a public vote. And if you voted for Kings Lynn, you'll know that you helped to make it officially now the Motorsport Awards Best Race Circuit. Fantastic stuff. So Connor Jackson joins us, and also Ed Hocknell on the Motorsport Awards tonight. And yeah, we're feeling pretty settled in now. We got the first few under our belts, haven't we, Connor?
Indeed, it's been interesting to see some of the nominees recently. Obviously, as you said, Kings Lynn, the most recent winner for the best circuit. And as Ed said, it's been a fantastic speedway track this season. It's really started to come alive in the last couple of years, and it's great to see speedway itself coming up as a more popular and more respected motorsport category. So that's fantastic.
Definitely. Sorry, go on, Ed.
Further, it's not just a race circuit as well, because when I was studying down at uni in Norfolk, I went to the Kings Lynn circuit a few times. It's a whole community atmosphere. When they get down to that circuit, the whole town does turn out. So they do a fabulous job. A lot of it is run by a lot of volunteers down there, and it's hosted some superb races, not just this year, but down the years repeatedly. So fully deserved the result, I think.
Absolutely, yes. Congratulations to all of the volunteers who help out at the stadium, all the stadium owners, and everybody who goes racing there, whether it's on 4 wheels, 2 wheels, or enjoys the history of it. Well done to Kings Lynn. You can have your say wherever you're tuned in to the Motorsport Awards right now, and get in touch and let us know what you think. Maybe it was a bit of a dangerous suggestion, even suggesting that, because I know a lot of people will have their ideas about who should have won or who should win. And Connor, let's have you read out the next award. Tell us more what it is.
Indeed, Lester. After the best race circuit, we do have the best new technology, which is for implements in racing, whether they be technical or scrutineering, that have really helped racing, either through safety or through improvements in obviously the technology that they have. And some of the nominees that we have tonight, we have 5 of them, and it should be I believe the voting was moderately close in the end, actually. The nominees, if you're okay for me to read them out, Lester. Lovely. We have the Code 60, the St. Cross Electronics based system. After that, we have the Formula E Gen 2 car, which of course gets underway next week. We have MotoGP's 360 camera, the Halo on the Formula 1 cars and the TOCA safety truck. But the winner of this year's award goes to the Code 60.
Code 60, and a lot of people will know about Code 60, and many people won't, incidentally, but it was voted as the best new technology in the Code 60 by St. Cross Electronics. Check them out on the website. Do a fantastic job, and they will be looking to implement their system right now, I suppose, in all forms of motorsport, which will ultimately help towards safety on Britain's racetracks. So yeah, Code 60, great invention by the well, a good bit of technology, I would say. So this is the Motorsport Awards. If you've just joined us, where have you been? We're rattling through all of the awards right now. Ed Hocknall has our next category, and we are up to we're currently reading the industry awards. And why are we doing this exactly? Well, because we think that, yes, although rider and driver are fantastic to recognise and give awards to, it's also the engineers and the designers and the people that come up with amazing inventions that also need to be rewarded, don't they, Ed?
They absolutely do. It's, you know, we talk about brilliance of the drivers and the riders go through week in, week out, season by season. But of course, without the vehicles, without the very bright people that put these incredible machines together, we'd have no racing heroes. So they fully deserve every reward they get.
All right, well, read out the nominees for us then, Ed.
Absolutely. The best engineering nominations are Carlin Billy Munger's race hand controls, Ducati MotoGP team, Elite Motorsport, McLaren's Special Operations, and Porsche 919 Tribute. And the winner is Billy Munger's hand controls by Carlin.
Yes, they have done a fantastic job in helping pioneer and get Billy Munger back into a racing race car and back racing on a race circuit. You all know the story, I'm sure. And it was Carlin that really helped to spearhead that initiative, and well done to them. Best Engineering Award goes to Carlin for their hand controls for Billy Munger in BRDC British F3, a championship that Connor Jackson has dear to his heart. Connor.
Indeed, it's been fantastic to see Billy back in racing this year, especially after his such tragic circumstances last year, with obviously losing the lower half of both of his legs. But to see him obviously now back in the car, thanks to these hand controls that Carlin has developed, as well as the rule changes that the FIA is allowed to implement, it's just been a real heartwarming story to see him back in the car, back in single-seaters, and just doing what he loves.
And yeah, there's a rumour about him maybe racing in the States next year, but that's not at all announced in any way, shape or form. So we will keep up to date with, I'm sure, and pass on our best to Billy Munger in whatever he is racing in 2019. So have we been checking out some of the social media channels as to what's been getting said at the moment, guys?
I think it's been a pretty busy show so far. So but the social medias, I'm sure, will always be very much on topic, as it were. So if you I will check it out, and I will report back to you, Lester, if you do not mind.
That's absolutely fine. Yeah, I put you on the spot with that one. That's apologies. I was keeping you on your toes, Connor. That's what that was.
Of course.
All right then. So let us move on to the next category, which is, Connor?
The next category is the best road bike, which I believe you're doing, Lester.
Oh, okay. That's fair enough. I will do that. Best road bike, and yes, rather appropriately, I'm doing best road bike, considering I've actually never been on a road bike before, and amongst people on the team, like Ed, for example, who is a bike rider. But yes, still, that's all well and good, and we like bikes here on the Motorsport Awards. And we asked everybody, well, what was their favourite, if any, best road bike? And they came back to us with these top nominees: Ducati Panigale V4, the Kawasaki H2SX, the Kawasaki Ninja 400, Triumph Speed Triple 1050 RS, and the Yamaha Tracer 900. Yes, all those fantastic bikes. And the winner of Best Road Bike is, of course, Ducati Panigale V4. Officially now the best road bike, as voted for by you, the public, on the 2018 Motorsport Awards. A universally liked, and well, for those who voted for it, I would say anyway. But certainly Ed Hocknall, the bike rider among us here on the panel, gave a bit of a cheer, as he is a road bike user, aren't you, Ed?
I am. I just wish I could afford to get my hands on this particular beauty. Yeah, the Panigale V4, when they launched it, it's the definition of a revolution in bike industry. Really, out went the old V-twin engine, in comes this howling V4 machine, tuned to the max for next year's World Superbikes, British Superbikes, maybe even the road racing campaigns as well. And it's all been developed from the V4 engine that we see in the MotoGP bike. It handles, I'm told, sadly I've not been allowed to ride it yet, handles like a dream, and very un-Ducati-like in that it takes the corners in its stride without losing any of its straight line speed.
I think you should be maybe a reviewer of bikes, perhaps. That's a pretty good on-the-spot review. But yeah, anyway, we plough on, because it's not just all about one particular bike, and not just all about any particular championship. We like to cover as much different areas, like, as we did earlier, the Insurance Company of the Year, and later we will be hearing from Commentator of the Year, maybe even Rider of the Year, Young Rider of the Year, Young Driver of the Year as well. We've got lots and lots of different categories here on the 2018 Motorsport Awards. And Connor, who have we got next?
We have the best road car.
Excellent.
I believe I'm reading that one out, but
go ahead.
Yes, obviously, like with the best bike, we obviously have innovations that are implemented not just in motorsport but also in the real world. And of course, these nominees are as follows for what are the best road cars as nominated by you, the audience. We have, at the start, we have the Honda Civic Type R. We have the Bentley Continental GT 2018, we have the Brabham BT car, we have the MG6, and we have the TVR Griffin. And of those cars, the winners that nominated by you is the Honda Civic Type R.
Yay! Honda Civic Type R owners say. I'm not one of those people, but yeah, it is voted the best road car. It's probably something to do with the fact that it's also a pretty good race car as well, I'm guessing, probably. But well done to Honda, producing a pretty decent machine in the Honda Civic Type R. Best road car, as voted for officially by public. So we know it's official and great. We won't do a show of hands just to see if anybody actually owns one, but that's all fine. So the industry awards for the first annual Motorsport Awards are over and done with. And we move on to our next big category, which is largely dominated by the media and race officials. And we move on to another quite interesting category: TV Production Company of the Year. Now, TV Production Company of the Year, obviously, it's not something that you might even know about, who even produces some of the fine broadcasted programmes that we all know and love, but there is a company behind all of the things, whether it's Dorna or FOM in Formula 1 and MotoGP's World Superbikes case. But here now are a list of some of the other TV production companies and the company that you voted for as the best. And here were the nominees: AJK Television, Greenlight Television, Hayfisher, North One, and Proactive TV. And the winner of TV Production Company is AJK TV. AJK produce a lot of the BRSCC's televised filmed footage that you used to see on the Motorsport TV and Motors TV. And they have been very prolific in the motorsport industry for the past 15 to 18 years or so. Well done, AJK TV, based in Marple near Stockport. Fantastic to see a small independent production company get awarded a Motorsport award, Connor. Fantastic for them. And yes, that is the first category on our media / officials vote underway, and yeah, we are well into the Motorsport Awards right now. Welcome back, by the way, to Liam. I noticed you sort of vanished intermittently there, but have we got you back for good now?
I hope so. If my computer doesn't decide to do an update, then I should be here for good.
Ah, yes, so, the old update. I won't make fun because it just sod's law, really, that it's probably going to happen to me at some point. Just when we're just announcing the big final award, and then boom, it goes down. It's definitely happened to me. I can definitely empathise with you, Liam.
Touch wood.
So yes, the running order for tonight, we're going to take it into turns as to reading out categories and such, and we will try and get maybe some of the award winners live on the programme as well. But Connor Jackson, who is reading out the next award?
I believe it's Ed's turn next for the Marshal and Official of the Year.
Fantastic stuff. Ed is here with us, and yes, Ed, go ahead, Ed.
Yes, of course we can't go racing without the marshals that turn up to help the track clear away the cars when there've been incidents, or the bikes, or sadly much worse. But without them, we wouldn't be able to go racing, so it's only right that they get recognition with an award tonight. And on that note, here come the nominees. We have Ashley Aspin, Chris Humphreys, Colin Witter, Don Hall, Gary Dawson. Also nominated are Gary Thompson, Lee Clowes, Lindsay Burke, Ross Manson, and Sean Dalton. And the winner for Marshal of the Year is Sean Dalton.
Well done, Sean Dalton. Fantastic stuff. Auto 66, Chief Marshal. I think you may have just changed his entire life, Ed. Or maybe not. It's still nice to be recognised, though, and congratulations. Well done to Mr. Sean Dalton. Fantastic stuff. It is the Motorsport Awards. Thank you very much for listening and or even watching wherever you're tuned in tonight. Give us a quick hello. It's myself, Lester Forbes, here, and we have Liam Hodgins, who is still here with us, Ed Hocknell and Connor Jackson on the panel tonight. It's an all-star panel of journalists and motorsport reporters and radio presenters, and even non-radio presenters as well. So fantastic to see the Marshal of the Year be recognised and awarded. And yeah, this next award is for what we call the charity campaign and / fundraiser. And in this particular one, it wasn't necessarily about whom was the best or to say anyone, because it's a little bit awkward saying, well, especially when it comes to charity and good causes, isn't it? You don't want to really say, well, you know, one charity and good cause is better than another. But we thought we'd throw the nominations open to absolutely anybody, and that's exactly what we did. And the top 5 came back, and we will have, I think, Liam reading out the nominees and award for best charity campaign / good cause. Liam.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just amazing work all year by these charities, what they do for everyone. So the nominations are... Bright SEA Stand Up to Cancer, Invictus Games Racing and British GT, Riley Dexter Support, Simon Andrews Fund, and the Race of Remembrance. And today's winner is Stand Up to Cancer. Congratulations.
Yeah, well done to the men and women of the Brisker paddock, who have done some fantastic work fencing cancer, because that's literally what they do. They go racing and go fencing, not only each other, but a few people got together in a pub and decided to do a fantastic cause and raise some, I think, over £10,000 at least, if my maths is somewhat correct, I was told earlier in the week. And they are planning lots more good causes and fundraising efforts, including a full Monty full Monty evening involving some of the drivers in the Brisker paddock. If
that could be a sight.
Yeah. Okay, whatever. That should be interesting. But incidentally, by the way, an update today on Riley Dexter, by the way, which his father has asked us not to share the details of, and we will respect that. But there has been some positive news issued by Riley's father earlier today. It's a long road for recovery for him, and we wish him all the very best, and indeed send out our strength and love to his father as well. So that's not to say, by the way, like I said, that any of the other good causes and charities are not worthwhile. They absolutely are. It's just that more people voted for Brisker Stand Up to Cancer, #Let's Fence Cancer, than any other as well. So reading out the next award, it will be Connor Jackson. Connor.
Indeed, the next one is our Best Fan Engagement Award. Now, obviously, in the age of social media and everyone being connected all the time, it's obviously just as important for the drivers to make sure that they're connected with their fans, with the audience. And this is what this award is open to tonight. Which driver or indeed which team made the best contribution to their fan base and who really stood out. And so we have 5 nominees for this year's award. They are the #Falcon Fam, the Falcon Tyre Europe, Alex Toth Jones, the British GT Championship with Tom Hornsby, the British Touring Car Facebook Live, and Emily Linscott. And the winner for this year's Best Fan Engagement is Emily Linscott. Well done to her.
Yay. Emily, as many people will know, if you do know Emily, is rather prolific and is a bit of a wizard on the old social media, and she has quite a large following. So well done to everybody who was nominated, but also a big thank you to everybody who indeed voted on that category as well. It was another hotly contested campaign, that one, for the best fan engagement. And we are thundering through the awards right now, and we come on next, Ed, to a category that was probably one of the most talked about nominations and categories when the actual shortlist, the top 10 was announced, and that is Photographer of the Year. And there are a lot of great photographers, and just to sort of set this up and preface what we're about to hear, if you don't know who was nominated, we literally asked anybody to nominate anybody who takes photos. So this is not necessarily people who are professional industry standard photographers. It could be people like you or me, Ed, who just have a passion, want to share it, quite regular, and built up a bit of a following just by taking pictures. And that's exactly and also the professional, well-known, international, famous photographers who were nominated as well. But yeah, we move on to Photographer of the Year category now, Ed.
Absolutely, we do. So, let's get the nominations out there. And we have Bonnie Lane, Gavin Smith, Ian Cutting, Jacob Ebry, Mark Waller. We also have Matt Acton, Matt Sale, Neil Brownlee, Paul Tully, Rachel Bourne. And your winner, Photographer of the Year, is Matt Acton.
Matt Acton. Wow, well done to Matt. Congratulations to you, and thank you to everybody who voted. This particular category, I'll tell you, there was 2 votes separating the person in second place with Matt Acton. We will reveal, I think, the top 3. I think it's only fair to reveal the top 3 on the Motorsport Awards website. So check that out after tonight's Sunday show. And yes, this is the Motorsport Awards. My name is Lester. Thank you very much for tuning in, wherever you are tuned in. You can leave your comments in the comments box below. And yeah, we are literally thundering through right now. We're heading towards the 2 biggest categories of the night, which are Best Rider of the Year and Driver of the Year. And that's not to say that the other category winners aren't great either, because they are. It's just that those are traditionally the headline grabbers in any motorsport awards, I would say. But yeah, another category which sort of goes back to the best fan engagement as well, which is up next, best marketing campaign as well. And this one, again, sort of probably raised some eyebrows, but just to explain the phase, because it is the first annual Motorsport Awards, we didn't really have any set criteria. We literally threw open the doors for suggestions and nominees and said, who do you think should be awarded a Motorsport Award for Best Marketing Campaign? And in the past week, just before the vote closed, there was a big flurry of activity and votes, I'll tell you that. But the nominees were as follows: Falcon Fam by Falcon, Alex Toth Jones, Charlie Martin's LGBT Pride stickers, F1000 social media, and OMG's Fly OMG. And the winner, Charlie Martin, for her LGBT Pride stickers that she successfully got plenty of British GT cars to wear with pride during the Silverstone 500 earlier this year. A magnificent achievement, and well, maybe not if you don't really consider it that much of a big deal, but to those people who do support Charlie Martin and her ongoing efforts, and yeah, any LGBT racers or officials, it's nice to see a bit of success in that area. So well done to Charlie Martin for her LGBT Pride sticker campaign that she magnificently got many GT cars at the British GT Championship event at Silverstone to wear with pride while they were racing. And so we've done Photographer of the Year, the Marketing Campaign of the Year, the Best Fan Engagement of the Year, and well, now, Liam, we got into probably one of the biggest. We get onto one of the biggest, I'd say, categories that we've had in terms of people getting involved and nominating and having their say. A huge amount of fan interaction for Commentator of the Year. And again, this is a category that not many people might have thought about if they don't know any commentators. They often set the mood of a championship and of a race. And it's ideally a commentator should be really probably just in the background of any race, and probably, I wouldn't say unheard, but they set the tone well without you noticing them. Like, I think Murray Walker did it brilliantly as well. But anyway, Liam, reading out the Commentator of the Year nominees.
Yes, absolutely. So congratulations to everyone that was nominated this year. But what we have is the names, and they run as. So, Commentator of the Year. So we have Andy McEwen. We have Chris Dawes, Chris Hartley. We have Dave Goddard. We have David Addison. And we also have Fred Clark, who you might know around the British Superbike scene. James Whittam, Keith Ewan, Mark Weddle, and Paul O'Neill. And your winner for Commentator of the Year goes to...
Wow! Yes, we was going to have Dave live on the show tonight, but it is. Sorry to cut over you. It is Dave Goddard who is the Commentator of the Year. Congratulations to Dave Goddard. It was a close call between Dave Goddard and other commentators. We will give out the full podium places, let's say, of the final vote later in the week, probably once we've all caught our breath from tonight's big show. But thank you for reading those out, Liam, and congratulations to Dave Goddard. Many thousands of votes in that category, and that brings to a close another category as well, another bunch of awards. We are literally shuttling our way through tonight's Motorsport Awards, the first annual Motorsport Awards. My name is Lester. If you've just joined us, we've got Liam Hodgins here with us, and we've got Ed Hognall and Connor Jackson. So, guys, you're all enjoying the show tonight, I'm presuming.
Absolutely loving it. It's great when I'm here.
Yes, well, yes, you've had had a couple of technical problems, but these things are just to be expected, really. It's not an awards show. It's not a live awards show if there aren't some technical problems. Even the BBC suffers them from some time to time, so don't worry at all about them. We are literally reading through all of the nominations and the award winners from our team of motorsport journalists and commentators and radio presenters. And I suppose we should. I suppose it's only right if anybody doesn't know who we all are to formally introduce ourselves. So my name is Lester, and I do the Motorsport Media, who's responsible for these here awards. Hello, good evening. And we've got Liam Hodgins as well.
Yes, I'm part of the Superbike show when I can get on and do bits of radio here, there, and everywhere.
And Ed Hognall, who's recently joined the Motorsport Media team as the Motorsport radio journalist.
Yeah, kind of doing all sorts here over the next year at least, with writing, radio show, perhaps even some race commentary as well. So it should be great for the next 12 months.
And for regular viewers of our output, they might know, and they certainly probably would have read his articles all over the place. It's prolific journalist, motorsport journalist, Connor Jackson.
Well, thank you very much, Lester, if you don't want to use that language. Yes, I'm the Motorsport Media editor. I'm in charge of the original content on the site, and obviously you can see me around elsewhere on other sites as well. I'm all over the place.
All over the place he is indeed, and that's not even exaggerating, to be honest. So yes, this is how we're going to continue with the Motorsport Awards for tonight, and we have next up the award for Best New Championship or Series. And well, believe it or not, there were new championships and series launched in 2018, and some of them were club racing level, others at international world level, others British national level as well. And these are the nominees for Best New Championship or Series: the British Talent Cup, Citroën C1 Racing Club, Heritage Formula Ford, TCR UK, and the World Touring Car Cup. And the winner is TCR UK. Provided some spectacular action all year round, and they are now officially the best new championship of 2018. Fantastic stuff. Well done to the men and women who put that championship together and have done a fantastic job, including the commentators and all the behind-the-scenes people and the BRSCC, to put that show on the road and provide the UK with a fantastic new touring car series championship, TCR UK. So this is the Motorsport Awards, and our next award is going to be read by Mr. Ed Hocknall. Hello, good evening, Ed, again.
Good evening again, Lester. Yes, we are looking down my list. We should be on the TRACKDAY Organisers of the Year award.
Indeed we are, yes. TRACKDAY Organisers of the Year, popular category for people who are not racing but like to still go on a track during the day.
Well, absolutely. The rider in me is saying this is probably the most important award of the evening. It's because these are the people that put on the track days, allow you to actually race on the famous road circuits that we have up and down the country, not just in this country, the UK, but of course abroad as well. There are no limits in particular. Spring to mind doing many over in mainland Europe, in Spain, Belgium, France and beyond. So it's these guys who give us those great days to remember out on track. So without any further ado, the nominees are Javelin Track Days, Knockhill Track Days, Motorsport Events, No Limits Track Days and RMA Track Days. And the winner, a track day of the year, No Limits.
As if by magic. Yeah, it's well done to the people at No Limits, and yeah, maybe you'll see Mr. Ed Hocknall on one of your events rather shortly. He didn't necessarily pick the winner for that. It was a public vote, and
like to say, I had nothing to do with that.
Literally nothing at all. Even though it, we did all have a say, as did you as well, in that we all voted for an award in the Motorsport Awards. So yeah, that's and why not? Because we had literally tens of thousands of people tune in and log on to the website motorsportawards.com, where incidentally you can go back and find out who won what later in the week once we've updated the website. So yeah, best new track day organisers of the year. Thank you very much to Ed. And yes, next up it's Liam with a cold. Sorry to drop you in. Live from Scotland with the Racing Club of the Year. Liam, go ahead.
Yeah, so these are the clubs that sort of put on an events that you tend to see all around the country. So the nominations are so we have the 750 Motor Club, we have BARC, BRSCC, we've also got the MSVR and Peterborough Junior Motocross Club. And today's winner, the winner of Racing Club of the Year 2018 is MSVR.
Fantastic. And they are probably one of the biggest, if not the biggest, racing clubs in the country. Maybe the others might disagree with that. Yeah, well done to MSVR and the other people in the other categories. I suppose you can always nominate again for next year as well. And if you are not already signed up to the mailing list and the newsletters for the Motorsport Awards, which is motorsportawards.com, you can go to the website and leave your details, and we'll put you on the mailing list so you know when to nominate a person for the awards in 2019. All right, so Connor Jackson is going to be up next, Connor, and he has an equally important award, and being one of the website editors for one of the Motorsport Media websites, Motorsport Radio. It's only fitting, I suppose, that it's time for you to announce who's won Journalist of the Year. And again, this category is decided, well, the nominations, the people that made it onto the list, literally organic. We didn't have any particular person in mind for or against. We literally threw open the doors and said, anyone you want to see win a Motorsport Award, go ahead, nominate them, and the top 5 people made the list. So it was as simple as that, Connor.
Indeed, we had a variety of entries, I should say, from Journalist of the Year, and I think the only credentials really was not one of us, which I think was a fair requisite in the end.
Yeah, I did try to nominate myself for best everything, but yes.
Well, I'm sure you'll definitely win best race car driver, Lester. But on a more serious note, I said we do have 5 nominees, and they are as follows. We have Christian Silt, we have Colin Casserly, we have David Nelson, Lee Fraser, and Stephen Licorice. And the winner for Best Journalist of the Year goes to Lee Fraser. Well done to him.
Lee Fraser, one of the admins for a Facebook group of touring car aficionados and lovers and passionate journalists and fans alike. And that also, I suppose, qualifies you as a journalist if you're still publishing great material, and it doesn't matter which format. It doesn't necessarily have to be in print form, because there are many great and inspirational journalists who exist only online, and I suppose it's just a sign of the times, really, that it was a journalist who won, who was, I suppose, more famous for being the admin of a Facebook group. But still, great to have Lee as the Journalist of the Year, Connor Jackson. Still great, and a great category, and thank you to everybody who nominated and voted in that category, Connor.
Indeed, as it was a very interesting voting process, and it was interesting to see two of the nominees really sort of shoot away at the top in terms of votes. So it's fantastic to see the public sort of getting behind people that they support. So it should be fantastic from here, and we'll get on with the next award, Lester.
Indeed, the next award is the Best Club Series for a bike, I believe. And is you reading it out?
It is, again, yes. Club series obviously come in all shapes and sizes, and that's, I suppose, the whole point of them. It's rather than being the big international competitions that we do see on television, it's great to reward the small events that really do help people get onto the grassroots of racing, and that's, for a lot of people, that is what motorsport is all about. So the nominees for the Best Club Series for the bike category are as follows. We have the British Supermoto Championship, the Classic Racing Motorcycle Club, the KMSC Bike Championship, No Limits Racing, and Thundersport GB. And the winner for this year's Motorsport Award for Best Club Series with bikes is Thundersport GB. Well done to them.
Fantastic series, and it's almost it's hard to think of them as a club series, as they're run very professionally by Sid Day, and well done to everybody at Thundersport GB for winning that award. And we go on next to the club series for a car championship as well. Why not just have them both together, I suppose? And this one equally just as important for all the club championships. And thank you to everybody who's been promoting themselves, who were nominated. But the actual nominees for the club series for a car are as follows: the 750 Motor Club's Club Enduro, the BRSCC's Formula Ford 1600 Championship, the Carbon 8 Hyundai Coupe Cup, Citroën C1 Racing, and Formula 1000. And the winner is Carbon 8 Coupe Cup. Best Club Series for a car series. Well done to everybody. To Dan Blake, I know, who's been involved in that championship to help promote it as well. Done a lot of social media promotion for the Coupe Cup. And did I get that right, guys? Is it Coupe or Coupe? A lot of Americans call it Coupe, but it's Coupe to me. It always is.
It's Coupe.
Yeah, definitely Coupe.
I thought so. A moment of insecurity, thinking, is it Coupe or something? But anyway. So well done, congratulations to the men and women running the series there. We move on to the next category, which rather coincides with his most favourite passion as well. It's Ed Hocknall and the best race bike.
Absolutely, and looking down this list, there are some crackers that were put up for nomination. Yeah, these are the bikes which have basically been at the front of World Superbikes and MotoGP this season, and let's take a look at the nominations. So here we go then. The nominees for Best Race Bike are the 2018 Ducati Desmos Adichie, the Superbike Ducati Panigale R, the Honda RC213V 2018, the Kawasaki ZX-10R, and the Yamaha M1 2018. And the winner for Best Race Bike, who else? The Kawasaki ZX-10R.
Decent bike, Ed.
Decent. Decent's one word. All-conquering, I think, is the phrase I'd use to describe it. It's got to take your hats up to the Kawasaki.
Oh, I think Ed's high-sided off the
wonderful machine.
His connection a little bit there. But yeah, well done to Kawasaki, the ZX-10R. In all honesty, was it going to be any other, to be honest? Maybe not, maybe it was, I don't know. But they were voted, or it was voted, as the best race bike officially on the 2018 Motorsport Awards. Hello and welcome. If you've just joined us, we are going through all the nominees. Every single person who was voted for and nominated will get read out on this live show, as long as there's no technical issues. Fingers crossed. We've had a couple already, but it's not, as I said earlier, it's not an award show if there aren't some gremlins somewhere, are they? Yes, we are keeping up to date. We've done, so far in the past few minutes, we've done Best Race Bike just then, Best Race Club, our Best Club Series for Car and Bike, the Racing Club of the Year, TRACKDAY Organisers of the Year, Best New Championship and Series, and Journalist of the Year as well. And we are up to Best Race Car. I think, are we? I think it's definitely Liam. Yeah, I'm losing track of where we're up to now. There's literally so many as well. But yeah, best race car. Liam, take it away.
Yes, so best race car, this is the ones that you'll see in different motorsports all around the world. So we've got the running order of what they are for this year's nominations. So we have the Aston Martin Vantage GTE 2018, the Handy Motorsport Alfa Romeo Giulietta NGTC, the Mini Cooper WX car, the Porsche 991 Gen 2 Carrera Cup car, and the Toyota Advances BTCC. And the best car 2018 is the Toyota BTCC. Congratulations to the people that built that car. It's absolutely fantastic.
A lot of BTCC fans and supporters of said car definitely got that one voted as the official best race car. So well done to the men and women of Toyota for building such a brilliant racing car. And yeah, we'd love to see it back out where it belongs, out front of their grid in BTCC in 2019. Right, it's the Motorsport Awards. We don't stop there though, because we plough on. We've got loads of stuff to get through as well. Best Young Driver of the Year. Yeah, Young Driver of the Year coming up shortly, as well as Best Battle in a Race is what we asked for as well. Not everybody voted in every single category, but maybe you can do for next year. Maybe that can be a thing. Also, stay tuned. Later in the show, we will have the Young Rider of the Year, and we'll look to get them on the show live. The Star of the Future coming up in Cars and Bikes, and Team of the Year. Who will it be? I think you'll be quite surprised if you've been voting for that one. And of course, our big awards, Driver and Rider of the Year. This is the Motorsport Awards. Hello and good evening. My name is Lester. It is coming up to 7:10 in the evening, and we have with us on the panel still, we've got Ed Hocknell, Connor Jackson, and Liam Hodgins as well. So yeah, best race car. And we move on to best overall championship. Now this is going to be a bit of a controversial one, Connor.
Indeed. Well, to ask people for what is the best championship, of course I think it's going to throw up a load of debatable answers. And of course we did have 10 championships nominated, obviously by the fans, as we said, that were that I think do stand out as some fantastic examples of what the best of motorsport can offer from a variety of styles of racing, from sports car to touring cars to single seaters. But as of the nominees we have this year, we have the Classic 2CV Racing Club Championship, the Blancpain GT Championship, the British GT Championship, the British Touring Car Championship, Coolfab Racing, as well as the FIA European F3 Championship, the ADAC German F4 Championship, Ginetta Juniors, MG Trophy, and the World Rallycross Championship. And the winner for this year's S Championship goes to the British Touring Car Championship. Ever a favourite on the national scene, and it's fantastic to see touring cars get the nomination.
Yeah, well done to Toka, BTCC, and Bark as well, all going to a fantastic bunch of people as well. Best championship. Many people thinking that, well, it couldn't have gone anywhere else, I suppose. And let us know if you have any opinions on that. We always look for people who have opinions. Maybe I probably shouldn't ask that on tonight's show of all shows, because like I said, there's been tens of thousands of people having their say already just by voting. Yeah, anyway, so this is the Motorsport Awards. Hello and welcome. Good evening. We are fast approaching some of the business end of any awards ceremony, and we welcome you and thank you for sticking through the full show. You're more than welcome to stay for the remainder of the show. Up next, though, it's just recovering from that Best Championship Award. It is the Best Race of the Year. How on earth do we decide Best Race of the Year? Well, we didn't. You did. We literally asked what would be, what was the best race of the year. Many people probably had it already in their minds, fresh when they voted, and that's some of the categories and nominees for best race of the year. And this is overall race as well. Best, I don't know, 20-minute race or however long, whatever. Literally, it was an open-ended question, I suppose. Best race of the year, and the nominees are the BMW Compact Cup Castle Combe Race 2, BTCC Brands Hatch GP Race 3, MotoGP from Assen, the National Mini Stocks Championships Gold Roof Race, and TCR UK's Round 14. The winner is BTCC Brands Hatch, the final race of the year. Race number 3, and wow, it was a cracker. And wow, another award for the almighty, all-conquering so far in the last 2 awards anyway, British Touring Car Championship. Fantastic stuff. Well done to everybody involved in the organising and the racing of. And yeah, it's another fantastic award for BTCC, and a lot of people might say that they thoroughly deserve it. Best race of the year. Amazing stuff. So you are tuned in to the Motorsport Awards, the first annual Motorsport Awards, and we are completely independent from absolutely anybody else, not connected to anybody else. And we are looking to, just want to say, not everybody knows who we are, because we've not been around for at all long, to be honest. So it's right that we should explain who we are and what we do. And yeah, we started up the website motorsportawards.com to look at some of the people who might not have been awarded something for their achievements in motorsport already. I mean, yes, obviously the big main categories, which are still to come here on the Motorsport Awards, like Driver and Rider of the Year and Team of the Year, etc. But also things that we've already awarded as well, like Best Engineering, the best racetrack as well. Things that you wouldn't ordinarily probably see was our open-ended aim, I think. For the overall view of Motorsport Awards. And Connor Jackson, where are we up to next?
We are into the latter stages now, as we're into the best battle in a race. So this will be the best competition between certain drivers, or perhaps one particular driver fighting his way through in a particular race from 2018.
Exactly, and to read out the nominees, it's over to Ed Hocknall. Yes, Ed.
Absolutely. The best battle of the race. These are what gets us talking throughout the season. It's what we remember from the races from a whole weekend that go through. So let's have a look at who you put as your top nominees. For best battle in a race, we have Cocker versus Adam from the British TT, Andrea Dovizioso versus Marc Marquez, Goff versus Sutton, Louis Foster from the Ginetta Juniors, and Ollie Caldwell from German F4. Harper Allen versus Pinkerton, the last lap dash from the Cool Fab Racing Senior Mini Moto, Stuart Campbell versus Norman, Munzie versus Jeffrey. The winner, Dash Sutton versus Josh Cook.
Yeah, well done to Ash Sutton and Josh Cook, providing an amazing head-to-head battle in the final round of the BTCC, which has already won an award for best race of the year, and that, I suppose, just goes towards saying why it was the best race of the year, doesn't it, Ed? Ash Sutton's fight with Josh Cook in that best race of the year, now awarded officially, guys, the best battle in a race, in any race of 2018. Well done. So it's the Motorsport Awards. This is live, and yeah, we now move on to our next category, which is the Young Driver of the year. And yeah, we have many different people for this particular award, and it was something that was voted on and shared passionately along with the people who voted. And well, Young Driver of the Year, this award potentially could change maybe somebody's life in the future. It could be the difference between getting a bit of sponsorship to get their next race deal for 2019, and well, not to overstate it too much, but let's have a quick look at who were the nominees and who's the winner. So let's take a look at the nominations. Charlotte Birch, Emily Linscott, George Davis, Jensen Brickley, Joel Pearson, Kian Jewis, Lewis Foster, Ollie Caldwell, Patrick Kibble, and Rebecca Smith, but only one will be crowned the Young Driver of the Year. And that winner is Emily Linscott.
Hello.
Emily joins us live on the line. Hello, welcome, congratulations.
Thank you.
Officially now the Young Driver of the Year. How do you feel?
Oh, it's amazing. I honestly can't believe this, to be honest. I heard this just now and Jesus, I'm blown away.
Yeah, well, it's fantastic to have you on the Motorsport Awards, and this is the first year that we're doing this, and you are the first ever Motorsport Award winner for Young Driver of the Year. You've won many awards already so far in your career, so just tell us briefly then how you even got started, what you've been racing in for those who don't know about you.
So in 2016 I started corporate karts. That progressed quite quickly to I'm a driver, which then turned into cars. I started racing cars officially this year, and I was racing Ginetta Juniors. So the season went pretty well. We had a lot of ups and downs, and mainly I'm really happy with my progress and just overall the experience I've gained from it.
And you were recently racing over in Malaysia as well in the
yes.
I think the Asian Formula 4 Championship. So I'm guessing that's moving into single seaters. That's going to be a natural career progression for you, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Well, I hope so. Yeah, so Malaysia was absolutely awesome. I absolutely loved it. It was brilliant. The cars were phenomenal. The track was actually lovely as well to drive. I'd love to be able to do it next year, but obviously it does all depend on budget.
Yeah.
So yeah, fingers crossed it works out.
And what will winning the Young Driver of the Year on the Motorsport Awards mean for you?
Oh, it's phenomenal. Just absolutely blown away, as I said. It allows me to, it's another thing that I can say I've gone and done, and sort of I've been put up against some of the best drivers, junior drivers out there and young drivers. So I'm honestly so happy with everything that I've done and for being nominated in the first place.
Fantastic. Thank you very much for coming on tonight's Motorsport Awards, and congratulations, Emily Linscott, Young Driver of the Year.
Thank you.
Oh, amazing stuff. Thank you to Emily, and congratulations. Well done. Superb achievement to Emily Linscott, who picks up not just Young Driver of the Year as well, Connor Jackson, as well, but she also has won another award as well this evening, hasn't she?
Indeed, it's a very successful evening for her. It's 2 awards for her now, and hopefully it should be a good evening for obviously other drivers, not just herself, this evening. So it should all go well.
Yes, and congratulations to Emily and her family and all our sponsors. And let's hope that this does provide the extra lift, I suppose, so that she can get the sponsorship that she needs to compete in 2019. Emily Lynn Scott, fantastic stuff. Right, so we move on to another important motorsport award now, and that's Young Rider of the Year. Many people voted, many thousands of people voted for Young Rider of the Year, but there is just one who actually made it. Let's have a look at the nominees. They were Casey O'Gorman, Chloe Jones, Drew Kemp, Finn Smart, Harrison Crosby, Harry Lee, Henry McCartney, Mason Johnson, Saffron Watley and Sullivan Mounsey. But only one will win, and that person is... the Young Rider of the Year. Please welcome Chloe Jones. Hi Chloe, welcome. You are the Young Rider of the Year. Well done, congratulations.
Thank you.
How do you feel?
Oh, it's honestly amazing. Knowing that everyone's behind me and knowing that I've got all the supporters that have actually been voting for me, it just feels amazing. So
yeah, you've had a lot of support on social media. Is it you that's really active on social media and sending out people and tweets and stuff for what you do and getting that following already?
Yeah, all the time I'm on my social media trying to boost up as much as I can, because you see, posting on it every day just makes you look better to everyone else and just makes you stand out more.
And what does it mean to you to win this award?
Honestly, it just feels amazing knowing that I've got everyone behind me voting for me all this time. I just can't believe it.
Well,
thank you all.
Tell us what you've got in plan for 2019.
Well, I'll be on board my Yamaha R3 with MRS Racing, riding in the British Superbike, and hopefully I'll be doing all season on that.
It'll be fantastic to see you, and yeah, just let us know, how old are you exactly?
I'm turning 15 in 5 days.
Unbelievable. 15 and already winning big awards like the Young Rider of the Year, and there were some massive names in that list as well. Chloe, well done. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And is there anyone you want to thank in particular?
I want to thank all my sponsors for helping me get this far. I couldn't honestly do it without all of them. And I want to do a special mention to little Riley Dexter. I just want to say, hope he has a speedy recovery and everybody's thinking of him. We all do, yes, definitely. Thank you very much, Chloe Jones. We will keep an eye out for you, as you say, in the BSB this year. And well done on winning the Young Rider of the Year in the 2018 Motorsport Awards. Fantastic achievement. Wow, yeah, that was a live interview. That was. Thank you very much to Chloe and her mother for setting that up with us. And yeah, it's good to see young people and as well young females as well being awarded in such a way, Connor, isn't it?
Indeed, as you say, it's fantastic to see some of the support that these young riders get, and of course for a lot of these guys, the support that they get through social media is fantastic to help not just build their own brand, but also to help their sponsors, and for a lot of them to build a career hopefully in these sorts of bikes. So not just Chloe, but also the rest of the nominees that we saw. Hopefully we should be seeing them more consistently now on the road up to BSB and hopefully further.
Yeah, and it says a lot, I think, about I mean, we've just had two amazing categories, Ed. Young Rider and Young Driver of the Year, both won by females.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it? That the girls are getting the reward coming through. We've got, actually in motorcycle racing, we do have quite a few females that are coming through the ranks. Yeah. Now, they're led, of course, on the world level by World Supersport 300 champion Ana Carrasco. There, Maria Herrera, who also competed this year in that class as well. So they're leading and they're inspiring these young girls to come through to join a wonderful sport. It's fantastic. And Chloe's got a bright future ahead of her as well.
She certainly has. One to watch, we would say, for definite. So yeah, this is the Motorsport Awards. We will continue on continue on with the awards, I suppose, as it's only right to do so. And Ed and Connor Jackson still with us here, and I kind of got swept away with all the excitement of doing those awards. What's next, Connor?
Well, you talk about stars of the future. We are moving on to the stars of the future now, as it were. With obviously, like with some of the other awards, we are splitting these into two categories. So first up, we have the star of the future for the bikes.
Yes, indeed, Star of the Future for bikes, and this category was not necessarily similar to the Young Rider category, but I suppose the inspiration, the thought behind it was to ask who will be, I suppose, really, a champion, national or world champion of the future. So in this category, you will probably see people who are already almost household names if you're in a motorsport household anyway. People who have already won big races and big things. But I suppose, that would be the best way to characterise what Star of the Future would mean, really. Who do you think would be a champion of the future? Maybe we can rename that for next year. But the nominees for Star of the Future on a bike: Casey O'Gorman, Chloe Jones, Dominic Herbertson, Harrison Crosby, Josh Elliott, Josh Watley, Marcus Reiterberger, Rossi Banham, Ryan Hitchcock, and Ryan Vickers. And you voted Dominic Herbertson as the Star of the Future in the bike world. Congratulations, Dominic, and all his fans and family and supporters. Fantastic result there. And Dominic, someone that probably Ed Hocknell knows a little bit about, as well as Ed loves his road racing, don't you, Ed?
Yes, he's going to be he's been touted as one of the bright stars of the road racing scene. He's had brilliant success this season, as well as last year as well, back with a very solid season. So there's a big class that he's going to be going into, some big names in 2019, but he's got good people around him. He's got very good pedigree to go with this season, last season. Yeah, Herbertson, he seems to be definitely living up to one of the stars of the future, and we look forward to seeing him on the roads next season.
And now he's got a Motorsport Award under his arm as well, not literally because we don't have the trophies this year, but he's able to say that he is a Motorsport Award winner now. So well done, Dominic, and everybody. Thank you to everybody who voted for him as well. So Ed, you've got the next category, and that is what?
Yes, we're moving on. Star of the Future, but for cars this time round. So once again, it's people that sometimes they're in the top domestic or international championships, or maybe in the support series. It's someone who we have a sneaking suspicion, or indeed you who voted back at home have a suspicion that they're going to be the ones to watch over maybe next year, or certainly the next 5 years or so to come.
And those nominees are, Ed?
And we have Adam Smalley, Aidan Moffat, Ben Green, Ben Tuck, Callum Eilert. We have Charles Leclerc, James Kellett, Cian Jewis, Michael Eastwell, and Ollie Caldwell. And the winner the star of the feature for cars is Aidan Moffat.
So a name that many people will already know, of course, Aidan Moffat, racing in BTCC. You probably think he's not a star of the future. He's a current star of now, I suppose. But given that, I suppose we said that we opened the category to find who, I suppose, would be the champion of the future, if at all anybody. Aidan Moffat, you voted, and you said that Aidan Moffat is going to be the star of the future, aka champion of something somewhere, probably BTCC. And who can disagree with that? Maybe all these other people on track, but well done anyway, Aidan, and to all his friends and family and supporters. And yeah, we are getting perilously close now, Connor, to the final awards of the day. Incidentally, by the way, I should tell you that the special awards that we had still have, in fact, Lifetime Achievement Awards, the Lifetime Commitment to the Sport, Spirit of the Sport, and Unsung Hero. They will be unveiled on the website motorsportawards.com later tonight. So check that out. All right, so those are the other awards and the Special Achievement Awards. But yeah, we've not got many other awards to get through, have we, Connor?
No, we're down to quite literally the big three awards that we have, with Team of the Year that should be coming up next, and then we will have of course, the big two, the Rider of the Year and the Driver of the Year awards. So that should be fantastic. But as you say, up next it is the Team of the Year, of which we had 10 nominees. Go on, Lester.
Okay, I was going to ask if you wanted to do this one, but I suppose I can do it. Or do you want to do it? It's up to you.
I don't mind, Lester. Go on.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you do it actually, Connor, because we'll do the next one. Let's stop arguing amongst ourselves and let's get on with it. Connor Jackson, Team of the Year. Put us out of our misery. Go.
Indeed. The 10 nominees that we have for Team of the Year. We have BTC Norton. We have Century Motorsport. Then we have the Jetstream Motorsport, Everquip Racing, JG Speedfit Kawasaki. Then we have OMG Racing UK, Optimum Motorsport, Team Dynamics, Team Hart, and Team Weinemann. And the winner for this year's Team of the Year award goes to Everquip Racing. Well done to them. It's been a fantastic year for the team, and I think everyone will be very excited about that.
Yeah, certainly. There's some big changes going on in the team. They were racing in the BSB paddock, doing fantastically well with no British riders. They had an American James Rispoli and South African as well, Bjorn Esmond, but all change at Everquip. But at least they can go forward into 2019 saying that they are the Motorsport Awards Team of the Year. Fantastic. Well done. Congratulations to Stuart Everard and all the men and women who go together to make the team as vibrant as it is. And that's not to take anything away from the other teams that were nominated for Team of the Year. All right, so our last couple of categories then in the 2018 Motorsport Awards. And just before we do that, I suppose, Ed, it's only right to have a quick look back, I suppose, on the awards so far. Really, highlights for you, things that you're most pleased about. I'm going to ask you your personal opinions now. So these opinions just off Ed Hocknell.
Have to remember which ones we have. Going back,
we've had a lot.
We have. I'm trying to think. Actually, one that stood out for me. I mean, we had the Circuit of the Year Kingsley, and I was actually very pleased to see that one, because it's a cracking little circuit. Not often a speedway track gets, actually, let's be honest, not often a speedway track gets a mention in Motorsport Awards around. But so good for the speedways. They're one of the oldest forms of racing for motorbikes going around, so great to see them. Donington Park, the redevelopment work that they've put into that venue this year since MSV took it over at the end of last year has been superb. They're currently in the middle of completely redoing the main entrance, new grandstands going up around the pit straight and Hollywood all the way down to the old hairpin around there. The suspicion is that they're trying to get MotoGP to come back. Well,
I think it's more than a suspicion. Yeah, I think it's definitely.
The circuit owners haven't officially said anything about bringing it, but it's pretty clear the amount that they're spending on it. But certainly the circuit's in much better hands now that Hemisphere pumping all the money back into it, and it's a fabulous circuit as well. Chloe Jones, who we just had on just a few moments ago, one of the female rider of the year. Brilliant to see her coming through the ranks. She's in a tough class for next year, the junior super sport class, but good sponsors, good people around her. She seems pretty happy as well. She's confident. That's the main thing in that category. She's not short of confidence. She's going to go on to there. And Everquick Racing, who we've just seen pick up the Team of the Year award, they're a wonderful bunch of people that run that team. They've got the reputation of being the friendliest team in the paddock as well. They just welcome everyone who comes in to say hello to them. You don't need, your expensive guest passes and all that. They go out of their way to make you feel very welcome. And that's they compete in super stock and super sport as well. So they're a support race team setup, and they beat several top teams that we had on the list, including JG Speedfit, Kawasaki, and OMG Racing, to amongst the bikes that were on the list. So,
indeed,
Everquick Racing, they're a great bunch.
They are, certainly, and I can attest to that, as can many other people who have experienced their hospitality at various BSB events, and maybe one day we might see them in BSB racing up front with some amazing riders. Why not? They are the Team of the Year officially now. But Connor, just looking back at your highlights so far of the Motorsport Awards, there has been a couple of big surprises, no doubt, hasn't there? A few talking points, let's say.
Indeed, there has been a few talking points, especially early on in the awards. But of course, that's what it's all about. It's all about public voting, and if that's what the public want, that's what the public gets, as it were. But it's been fantastic to see the success that I suppose that we expected that the British Touring Car has done. Obviously, we had a string of about 3-4 awards in a row where the Toyota Avensis won the best race car of the year. The championship itself obviously won the best championship, and they also won the best race of the year and a best battle in the race. So it was 4 awards in a row that it was really a success for the British Touring Cars this year, and it's fantastic to see it being such a popular series amongst the fans, because of course the support that it gets makes it certainly the most popular British series that we have going right now.
Yeah, definitely. I don't want to cause any controversy, but I'll just keep it nice and say well done to everybody who's been a part of this year's Motorsport Awards. If you've nominated somebody, whether it's been a family friend or a rider or a driver or a team or an official who you like, or you actually are one of those people, and you've been sharing about, and I know there have been many people sharing their success on various social media. So thank you to everybody who has been involved. But now we must come on to the final couple of awards, and for this one it is first of all the Driver of the Year. Let's begin with this one. And another sort of hotly contested category, this one, Driver of the Year, and many people were involved in it, in nominating, and we originally started out just thinking, well, let's just have 5 in each category, but as you've seen tonight and heard, that we've often sort of
we forgot to count.
Well, it was just the level of people. I mean, why we felt bad in sort of limiting the nominations to just 5 when there's been like thousands and thousands of nominations. So we thought, well, okay then, because we don't really want anyone to, feel bad that they got all their people to vote and they weren't even included in the final nomination. So Rider and Driver of the Year, the 2 big ones, starting off with Driver of the Year. And yeah, there's 10 nominees, 10 categories in this one, and Emily Linscott nominated for Driver of the Year. So is Lewis Foster, Alex Toth-Jones, Patrick Kibble, and Stuart Smith Jr. as well, both nominated, all 5 nominated for Driver of the Year, as is Niall Murray from Formula Ford 1600 fame and racing in Ireland. So is touring car nearly man in 2018, Tom Ingram. Lewis Hamilton, the most successful British Formula One world champion of all time. Of course, you can't not have him in the Motorsport Awards. And Colin Turkington, the champion of 2018, and Mick Schumacher, the final ever European F3 champion, and nominated for Driver of the Year. And the award goes to Stuart Smith Jr. You are the Driver of the Year, joining us right now on the line. Well done.
It's a fantastic thing. I think with the year that we had, you know, it was a really dominant year, and I think anybody that says it wasn't are kidding themselves. You know, we put everything into it. So yeah, I mean, it's quite humbling the messages that I've been getting through what we achieved this year. But to win an award like that is fantastic, especially alongside some cracking young drivers, as well as some quite established big names. I think it says a lot for oval racing and how popular and how tribal the fans are in oval racing, where we follow our drivers and our sport every weekend, Saturday, Sunday, and even if the fans can't afford to go, they still go and they still support their favourite drivers. So I'm representing oval racing, I think, and hopefully this gets a few more fans through the gates and people enjoying stock car racing, but not just Formula Ones, oval racing throughout the country, because it really is a fantastic entertainment. So yeah, this is brilliant. I want to thank everybody involved and everybody for voting as well. Thank you very much.
Amazing stuff, Stuart Smith Jr. Thank you so much for that. He's recovering from having a very serious injury, which he suffered towards the end of the season. He was in hospital, and he was admitted to hospital after being fenced rather badly. I think it was, I didn't see the incident myself. The replay of something like that is on YouTube, but yeah, really nasty accident, and it was he's currently recuperating at the moment, and we wish him all the very best, to him, his family, his kids, and his wider family and supporters. And wow, amazingly, probably not, I say amazingly, not in a disrespectful way, but that an oval racing sort of legend, really, is the Driver of the Year, Connor, beating the likes of Tom Ingram, touring car champions Mick Schumacher, Lewis Hamilton as well. But it was a public vote that ended up deciding it, and Stuart Smith Jr. got the most votes. It's fantastic to see.
Indeed it is, Lester. As you say, it's fantastic to see the real smaller stars coming out. And obviously, again, I don't mean that in a harsh way, Stuart, but
it's no secret that he's not well known outside of, you know, the oval racing world.
Oh yeah, but the support, as you say, from the oval racing community to get him to be not just nominated, but now obviously won the award, is proof that the oval racing community is definitely alive and strong, and it's fantastic to see. Smith himself, who's, I should say, picked up numerous success. He's won the World Championship this year. I think he did it also back in 2007. He's won multiple British championships. He's, in terms of oval racing, he's certainly one of our most successful riders and drivers even, and that's fantastic to see his success being rewarded in such a way.
Definitely is. And well, we've got one more category to get through of the 2018 Motorsport Awards. The show tonight has literally gone so quick, literally rushed through everything, considering that this has been planned tonight. This show has been planned for over a year. I'll tell you that, the planning of it, and thank you to everyone who's privately shared their support about the awards. Appreciate everybody's kind messages and goodwill about the awards. We will definitely do this again next year. Can you believe I wasn't even sure if the awards were going to be successful, if anyone would even vote this time last year? But yeah, you've all done me proud, I suppose. Congratulations, well done. And it says a lot to I think we really hit on something, I think, in that we wanted to celebrate some of the people like Stuart Smith Jr. and do it in an organic way, not really coming from it in any particular sort of biased way for or against anybody at all. Genuinely isn't. But we literally threw open the doors and said, you decide, guys. You nominate your people and you decide who wins. And that's how most of the awards were decided in the 2018 Motorsport Awards. So we're coming to the final category now. And this is a big one, a very big one. It's Rider of the Year. And the nominations for Rider of the Year are as follows. Of course, Jonathan Ray, nominated for Rider of the Year, as is Leon Haslam, Jake Dixon, Mark Marquez, and Jack Kennedy as well, also nominated. Had a fantastic season in their respective championships. But also, as did Ryan Vickers, Peter Hickman, Valentino Rossi, can't have an awards Rider of the Year without him, Ty Woffington, and Francesco Bagnaia. Yes, there's a reason for all of those people being nominated, and the winner of the Motorsport Awards Rider of the Year is Peter Hickman.
Hey everyone, Peter Hickman here. I'm here in New Zealand. Nice sunny Monday, which is always good. I just want to say a massive thank you to everyone at the Motorsport Awards. Brilliant, all you voters out there. That's absolutely fantastic for voting for me for the Rider of the Year. Yeah, just a massive thank you to you all, really. It's been a fantastic year for myself, Smith's Racing team. We won a race at every international road race this year, which was absolutely unreal. Northwest, TT, Ulster, Macau, and also had a great BSB season as well. And on top of that, I did some world endurance over at the Le Mans 24-hour, Slovakia 8-hour, Suzuka 8-hour. I think I've been pretty much the busiest man in road racing, or in racing altogether, maybe this year. So it's been a really, really good year, and topping it off with a nice December run round in the New Zealand Suzuki Championship with Carl Cox, which is brilliant, really, to be fair. So I'm having a real good blast, and just a thank you again to everyone who's voted, and hope to see you all soon.
Fantastic to hear from Mr. Peter Hickman, the Rider of the Year. Ed, he will be very pleased about that. Well, we could have said any one of those riders, and he would have been in total support. So the total crowd's favourite, one would say, a universally popular person to be rewarded the Rider of the Year. Didn't want to promote him to Driver of the Year just yet, but yeah, congratulations Peter Hickman, who has been racing this weekend in New Zealand, still found time to share with us his thanks for being nominated, and his love and passion for bike racing and road racing going ahead into 2019, something that you, Ed, will be closely following as well on our sister website, Motorsport Radio.
Absolutely, we'll be doing. Peter Hickman, of course, what a stellar year he has had. Hickman, records at the TTs, the outright lap record holder, senior TT, the first and so far the only man to go over the 135 mile an hour barrier down there. And as he said, he's won a race at every of the main international road race meetings. So the Northwest 200, I think it was the Super Stock who took the win on the Saturday in there. 3 TT wins this year. Ulster Grand Prix, he won the big one there, and he took the Macau Grand Prix just a few weeks ago as well. So he's done everything basically, apart from get a wild card in the Grand Prix. Hey, that's what 2019's for, isn't it?
Yeah, and it has been a fantastic journey, really, metaphorically and physically, as the first annual Motorsport Awards draws to a close. Thank you to Nat Jarvis for helping on the show tonight. Also, thank you to Liam Hodgins as well, both brilliant journalists, and in Liam's case, a radio presenter as well. That goes down pretty well in these parts, if you can do both. Also, thank you very much to Dan Marr for his organisational skills and the Motorsport Media general helper outer and sorter outer of me when I'm feeling a little bit flustered, which is quite easy for me to do. Also, thank you to Ed Hocknell as well for coming on tonight's show. You've been fantastic and helping out, and also to Connor Jackson as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you,
guys. That's definitely all appreciated. And thank you finally to everybody. I know I've said it 100 times already on the show, but thank you to everybody who's voted, nominated, been a part of the awards in any small little way. If you want to know how you can be nominated, or you want to nominate someone else that you know for next year's award, where I hope we'll have some trophies. I think we're going to try and get the budget together to actually get some really nice proper awards trophies to give away. That will be a thing. I'm not promising anything though, but that's definitely on the to-do list. But thank you anyway for everyone who's been a part of this production tonight, and that is it really. Thank you very much, and until next year, it's goodbye.
Goodbye.